Well, the governor hit on two things: the rate of growth of spending, which I think a lot of people back home will scratch their head over and say, "What is that?" And then the other thing, though, is he thinks that in the next 3 months we can find a way to squeeze $2 billion out of Medicaid. What we talked about today was putting that cost or the pressure back on the counties. The counties have been carrying this cost for a long time, and that was a big reason why they were having a hard time keeping within the tax cap. So now the governor is saying, well, if you continue to keep in the tax cap and you keep within certain parameters, then you won't see your costs go up. But if you exceed a growth of 3%, then you're going to pay that. So what this is translating to is a program that counties have very little control over, and they're going to be financially responsible for. So this $2 billion, a lot of that is going to be back on local government. And I can tell you right now, 9 years experience on a county board of supervisors, it's not going to be received well at all in the North Country. So there's that. Then there's also talk today about changing the foundation aid formula or the education formula to make it more fair. Now you go around the state and you ask every school district, is it fair? They're all going to say no. So everyone has an idea that it's not fair, but they all have a different idea of what would be fair. So my concern is, I'm sure right now a lot of schools are out there saying, okay, good, they're going to try to make this fair, but they also know there's a good likelihood that they're not going to do as well as they currently were. So again, I think there's a lot of uncertainty as to something that is a tremendous chunk of our budget is the education system. I think there's going to be a lot of schools that are going to be very concerned. What does that look like? And of course, this is still New York State, and this is still politics, and this is still dominated by urban areas. I can't imagine that the urban areas are going to be looking to take good care of rural areas and sacrificing their education funding for rural areas. So I'm concerned about what I heard. But again, it's early yet. I want to give a chance to see what comes from this. But what I heard today was two things that I think are going to be concerning to people back home.